Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review, we're going to be looking at the special edition Holiday Optimus Prime figure. So what we're going to do with this video, although I've just quickly opened the packaging, we are going to check the entire contents of it. We're going to have a look at the accessories with him and how you can display him in both of his modes. We will of course do some comparisons and just have a look at the differences between him and some other Optimus Prime figures that have been released down the years, because he is a different mold to all of these. So as I start to pop these away, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if they'd like to hit that subscribe button for me now please, and also to say a huge thank you to the subscriber who sent me this as a gift. It was just an incredibly nice gesture, and I'm really honoured and now privileged to be able to do a video on this particular figure. So thank you ever so much. I haven't mentioned your name in case you don't want me to. If you want to pop your name in the comments, that's absolutely fine, but thank you ever so much for this lovely gesture. So this is the shipping container that it came in. I say container, it's just a shipping box, bog standard, but with of course the reference number on. And then the actual packaging that it came in is lovely, to be fair. Look at the detail on that box. I love the fact, obviously, it's got a few Christmas decorations on it. I love the fact that you can also give this, as I say, as a gift if you wanted to. And what I'm most intrigued about this particular figure is, as I say, it's a new mold. Now, since this has been released, because this is about a year old now, that's some brilliant artwork of him there, and there's some actual brilliant product shots there as well. So since this has been released, there's also obviously been the Volvo truck Optimus Prime, which of course is the same mold as well. Now I don't own that either, so when I do the transformation process tutorial, it will work for both. But let's get first and foremost look straight at, I suppose, at the truck. This is how it comes. We'll start off with the trailer, because to be honest, the trailer is quite basic. Now, although I don't own the eartherized version, I believe it is exactly the same as the eartherized version. However, of course, you've got a very different deco. Now, we like the fact that you've got, looks like the snow on the top. You can, if you want to, I'm sure you can open the back part sort of by itself. So you've got the ramp coming down. It is very basic on the inside, and I know that a lot of people have said this about a lot of the more recent versions of Optimus Prime being released, but he does have the fully telescoping out, working in a robot. If you wanted to, obviously, we can then move this and indeed lift this up. It's up to yourself. Pop that there, and then of course you've got the base repair bay, however you want to use it. You can also put some blast effects and stuff inside here by the looks of it. Yeah, it is a very basic little base, but I suppose the fact that you can do things with it is still great. Now let's see if I can remember how to fold all this up. I probably can't. Let's see. Yeah, I've totally wrecked this. Maybe it goes like that. As long as I can cover it up, I'm not too sure. To be honest, I don't remember ever opening one of these. However, of course, what we can do, and what of course it's going to be more displayed like, in fact, while it's upside down, let me show you this. You can store the blaster there as well, but what you could also do if you wanted to, maybe turn it around and it could actually be used sort of as a weapon if you wanted to. So you can attach that there now, and he can, as he's driving away, as you can sort of see, he can shoot at whoever he wanted to. Now whether he fires actual weapons or candy canes or whatever, I'm not too sure, because the blaster is of course based on a candy cane, and it looks fine. It looks good. It looks exactly as we'd expect it to with this I suppose holiday theme. Now the cab itself is really interesting. It is a licensed Volvo truck, which we have seen an actual Volvo truck version. It is quite intricate, to be fair. It's 37 steps to transform it. You can obviously tell that it is Optimus Prime on the underside with his head and his arms there, but outside, again, look at it. I think it looks really good. You've got all these wheels on their own individual pins, so they roll backwards and forwards, no issues whatsoever. We've got the translucent green for his chest, which is very strange. Don't get me wrong. It's obviously not as strange as the shattered glass versions of him. This is just based exactly on what you can see. Holiday colours. There's a lot of detail there on the grille. As I say, it is a licensed truck, and I'm wondering if we're going to get any more of this particular mold. I'm pretty sure we will do, to be honest, because that's what we do tend to whenever we get an Optimus Prime figure. Also, I believe this perhaps would have been, if their license had gone through, the Amazon Prime truck, because I've seen pictures of the Amazon truck, and again, there was loads of speculation before this came out that it would in fact be an Amazon Prime truck, but alas, it wasn't. We've got a Holiday Prime. We've got the official one. You can also put the blaster on the back of this if you wanted to as well. But there's nothing else really to, I suppose, discuss about this. The cab is the cab. The detail is exactly what you'd expect it to be for a Christmas colour scheme. And yeah, I think that's, I said, that's pretty much it. With regards to size, there's a deluxe drag strip, which of course is huge. I've got a code red here as well, which again is quite a big figure. I don't know if this is being classed as leader class. It probably is with the fact it's got the trailer, but as I'm sure you're aware, the actual cab itself is probably only about a Voyager class. But there's nothing more to say about him in this particular mode. Funnily enough, I'm just going to bring him up, a G1 Bumblebee, just to give you an idea of size and scale with him. And we're going to come back and he's going to be in his robot mode. Okay then guys, here he is in his, let's be honest, really impressive looking robot mode. And it's impressive because A, it's something that I've never really seen, and I don't just mean that with regards to the colour scheme. I think the colour scheme again stands out. It looks very good, and I like the way that he looks. I think the head sculpt is fantastic. It's got the green eyes, which funnily enough does in fact have the light piping. So if we bring this here, you can see that the eyes do in fact light up through that translucent bit on the back there. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get like maybe a Halloween version of this in the future. With regards to articulation, the head will go all the way around. It will look up and down. The arms can go all the way out right to the sides like so. They can go all the way around. So you can bring these down. So all the way up, all the way around. Full T. You've got a swivel underneath the shoulder. You've got your bicep flexion. You've got a wrist swivel. Now, what's interesting, or maybe just something they missed out, you can't actually open and close the fingers, which is a bit strange because you can open up his chest and you can take out the tiny little matrix, but he can't even hold it. So that's perhaps something that they missed. Maybe they were just going for more of a display piece rather than a play toy with this. So that's I suppose the upper part. There is a waist swivel. Now if you wanted to, and I did this by pure fluke just because I was probably mistransforming him, if you slightly detach this from there, see there, you can basically give him an ab crunch. Now it is obviously, you can perhaps get away with it if you can't see the side, but of course when you see the side you can tell that he is basically mistransformed. So he hasn't actually got an official ab crunch, he sort of has a little one. If we move the arms and the waist out of the way, he will kick all the way out, he will kick all the way back. There's a swivel underneath the top of the thigh, there's a knee bend, and there's a brilliant range on the foot, ankle tilt, rock, heel sprue, everything, etc. So fully articulate. And again, looks great. I love the fact that the colour scheme just works, even though it is, I don't know if it's cheesy or corny or whichever word you want to use, but it just seems to work. The grille looks great as the knee covers, the silver on the inside of the wheels, again, the translucent plastic. There's not really any gaps anywhere. He's got huge things there on the back of his forearms, but no accessories to go there. So it's interesting to think what's going to happen perhaps with this. You can of course put the blaster in his hands. You can see he's got 5mm ports on his shoulders, so you can put them on his shoulders. And the same with all of your other Legacy and Evolution figures, as long as you've got, I've always got drag strips to hand, to be fair, so if I wanted to, I could put both the drag strips weapons on his shoulder and then put the candy cane blaster in his hand. But again, it's, I suppose it's interesting, and perhaps the word is intriguing, as to speculate what we're going to get with this mold, because it just seems like, why have they put all these extra 5mm ports, and yet we've seen two versions of him and they've not used them yet. So who knows, maybe something in the future. Right, let's bring, I suppose, some more Optimus Prime figures that have been released quite close to, again, the release of this. So the first one will be Siege from 2018. Then this is the same as the Earthrise, it's the Netflix version. Then we had the Legacy one, which, to be honest, when I first saw this, I thought it was, but of course it's got totally different shoulder pads. And there we've got the Holiday Optimus Prime. So literally in about, what, 4 years, 2018 to 2022, we've got 4 different molds for our favourite Autobot leader. So again, vastly different, but you can still tell that they are Optimus Prime. Right, in fact, I've got another one, obviously, right next to me. Let me just bring this one around. This one I totally forgot about, but only just saw him there. There, of course, we've got Reactivate, and of course, we've got G1. So that gives you an idea of the scale of this particular figure with some official and mainline figures. Now I know these are different scale. In fact, this one isn't. That's a mainline figure, obviously, and then this is just another very quick Generation 1 figure to give you an idea of how big he is if you only collect Generation 1. With regards, as I say, to anybody who doesn't collect these but wants an idea of scale, these are New Age Magic Square. Oh, stay up. There we go. Iron Factory. And this is a Doctor Wu figure. So I know they don't scale with them, but I know that people collect different toy lines, so that hopefully gives you a good idea of how big he is. He's a great figure, as I say. I'm really impressed with him. If I wanted to nitpick, it could just be the fact that he can't hold his actual, what's the word I'm on about, actual matrix in his hands. I'm just bringing some other figures in to give you an idea of scale. There's a Mechanic Studio Sandstorm. There's of course a standard deluxe figure that we've had released recently, and also, while we're here then, a more recent Voyager class. So I suppose that definitely confirms what I was saying, that the mold for the cab is more of a Voyager size, but obviously with the trailer it bumps it up to, I suppose, the leader class price points. However, guys, that definitely is, I think, all there is to say about this figure. It's very, very good. A huge thank you for this, because as I say at the beginning, it was a gift. It's greatly appreciated. And yeah, he's going literally right downstairs now on my mantelpiece. I'll probably put him in the trailer, to be honest, standing in the trailer. Yeah, because he looks great. In the meantime, guys, let me know what you think of him. If you've got the Volvo one, let me know what you think of that, and also let me also know what you think they could perhaps redeco this mold into as well. As ever, guys, thanks for watching. Like the video, smash the subscribe button if you've not already, and please take care.